I don't know who needs to hear this today, but just because your blood test came back perfectly normal does not mean that you are perfectly healthy. I'm Ilana Jacqueline, I'm a rare disease patient advocate, and this is the story of how I went undiagnosed for 19 years. So I grew up the stereotypical sick kid. I'm talking asthma, common cold, sinus infections, pretty common stuff. And my mom is not like neglecting to do anything about this. She is taking me to the doctor, they're running a bunch of tests, I'm hospitalized a couple of times for things like pneumonia, but nobody gives us the time of day. Finally, I turn 18, and I think, okay, now it's my turn to go out there and get some good care, see some specialists, because when you're stuck in pediatric care, like you're not seeing specialists. I spent my whole first year of college just going to doctor's appointments, rheumatologist, gynecologist, gastroenterologist, like everything. I see everyone and they test me for everything. Like, I was not well. And I've kind of given up at this point because like I've just been gaslit and gaslit and gaslit. But then my stepdad met a doctor at Temple, and I was like, we'll give it one more shot. This doctor was an infectious disease doctor. And he looks at the millions of tests that I've already been given, and he says, much to my surprise, I actually think I know what you have. Says, much to my surprise, I actually think I know what you have. So he takes some blood and runs a couple of tests on me, and it takes a little while, but he finally calls me one day and he's like, you have primary immune deficiency disease, and you need to go to the hospital right now and get an infusion because your levels are so low, you just have no immune system. So at 19, I'm finally diagnosed. And you might be thinking, excellent, this is the end of the story. It was not. This doctor, wonderful as he was for diagnosing me, couldn't treat me. The treating doctor for this condition is an immunologist. So I had to go out and find one of those. Unfortunately for me, I found one that did not know shit about this disease. So he sets me up with the standard treatment, which is IVIG, or intravenous immunoglobulin therapy. It's a replacement for the missing antibodies that I do not have in my immune system, and it's actually what I'm taking right now, but in a completely different form. Immediately, I get aseptic meningitis because the dose is too high. I don't have enough fluids in my body, and I just cannot handle all of this new information and new biology at once. Do we adjust the dosage, do a little research, find out more about the standard protocol for treating this disease? No. So we just quit. We quit treating the disease. So I finally go to another immunologist. We quit treating the disease. So I finally go to another immunologist. The new immunologist tries me on this treatment that I'm currently on. But again, at the wrong dose, and things are not going great. We do not know what we're doing. We are the blind leading the blind. And so after 3 months on this medication and not improving, we quit again. And we treat me just as we had been treating me my whole life, unsuccessfully, with antibiotics. So again, diagnosed finally at 19, I am 31 years old before I find an immunologist who knows how to treat my disease. As it turns out, replacing missing parts of your body's immune system takes some time, takes some dosing adjustment, takes pre-medications, a bunch of things, and you kind of need to have the know how to do it. So moral of the story is, just because it's undiagnosed does not mean it doesn't exist. Just because you get diagnosed doesn't mean it's going to be treated. And if you've been sick your whole life, ask to be tested for an immune deficiency disease.